Welcome along to a brand new channel, Grassroots to Goal Boots, with me, the Gobby Gaffer, playing the console version of Football Manager 2024. Now I do have another channel running which is called the Gobby Gaffer, playing Football Manager, but it's the PC version, and after 18 months of doing that I have realised that the PC version, there's lots of content creators doing it and the market is very saturated. However, the console version, not too many people are content creating on this version, so I thought, you know what, let's give it a try. Now I am going to be playing this in career mode, so I'm going to start off with a club, whether I see them right through to the bitter end, or whether I change clubs and move up the management ladder. At this moment in time, I don't know. But we are going to, this first episode is going to be showing the match engine. I'm going to skip through quite a lot of the early setup stuff, but I will be doing follow-up videos on the complete setup of a save. I'm going to go through how you pick a tactic, looking at your squad, looking at the transfer system. I'm going to do in-depth videos after I've done this first video. So stick with me. We're going to see a game today, and after that we'll carry on with the series. I am going to start with Wigan Athletic, which should be a very interesting save because they have got relegated out the Championship and already starting Sky Bet League One with an 8 points deduction. So it's going to be a very tough save. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. And we're just going to load the game up, and let's start from the beginning. Although, like I say, we'll be skipping through this and we will be playing a game. But please keep watching the channel because I will be doing many more videos on actually how to play the game and the mechanics of the game. Because I've had a good look at this game, and a lot of people have said it is a slimmed down version from the PC version, but there's actually still a lot of stuff to to do in game, and it can be a little bit daunting for first time players. And now the game's loaded, press any button to start. Now we do get three options: career, create a club, or challenge. We are just going to do the career mode. And by the way, if obviously we're using a controller and not a mouse, if you do like to have a pointer, if you press the left stick down, you will get a pointer, which you can, as you can see, with the left stick now, we can move that pointer around. So we are going to start a new game, and we're going to go into the English leagues. Obviously we're going to go into Sky Bet League One, and we're going to select Wigan. And like I say, it should be a very tough challenge, this one. And we are just going to use the original game because there's Real World and Your World, but we are just going to use the original game for this one. I will go through this, like I say, in more depth in in following episodes, but I just want to get through to a bit of gameplay today and just show you the match engine. So I've already set up 5 countries. I think there's about something like 9 or 10 leagues within that. Again, I will show you how to do that in upcoming episodes. But we are just going to go and pressing R2, or you can use the pointer. So I've already set a profile up. It's the Gobby Gaffer. If you want to know why it's the Gobby Gaffer, well, you'll get to learn. I'm quite gobby, and well, I'm the boss, so I'm the gaffer as well. It's the Gobby Gaffer. So just a little bit of information about the club there. It's Wigan Athletic. The DW Stadium hosts 25,000, so I've got some potential for getting bodies through the door, and also for well, increasing revenue. So if we had a 5,000 capacity stadium, then that would be quite tough. But we do have, going forward, we have a little bit of capacity there. The media prediction is for us to finish 16th, and the finances, bizarrely, are okay. But like I say, we do start the season with an 8-point deduction. Okay, so this screen is very different from the PC version, where in the PC version you can set your manager up. There's about 40 different traits that you can move a bar chart along on, and you can set your manager up mentally and tactically just how you want them. In the console version, it's very slimmed down and it's very different, to be honest. So we have 10 different traits here, and we can pick 3 of them. and this will unfold as the game goes on, because what happens is, depending on what you pick here, depends on whether the players are going to buy into your philosophy. And you will get to stages where in the game it will show you how much the players are buying into your philosophy or not buying into your philosophy. And obviously you want them to buy in, because when they're buying in, then you're building a good squad. We're all in tune. We're all working off the same page, and going forward, that's the best thing. So I like to pick teamwork, because I think when we start looking at players' attributes, teamwork is a really big one. So I'm kind of working off the player attributes that I think are important. So if we go with teamwork, obviously leadership is another good one. And the one that I like to pick is dedication, because it has hard work in there. So that's another player trait that I find very important. So I think I'm picking traits here that I want my best players to have. And when I go buying players, I'm going to try and buy players. Hopefully there'll be some at the club already. I'm going to try and buy players who have some of these, or all of these: hardworking, leadership, teamwork, all of that kind of thing, because they're the sort of things that build a good squad. And the game will prompt you to create another save point, which obviously is very important, because none of us want to lose the save, particularly if we've just played a really important game and won it, and then the game maybe crashes or whatever. So it's important to keep saving. And there we go, we get the first email, and the press officer has sent this along to me. Wigan have today confirmed the appointment of Gobby Gaffer as the club's new manager, and eyebrows apparently have been raised at the inexperienced. We'll see about that. But having said that, a huge struggle against relegation looks inevitable for Wigan following an 8-point deduction in Sky Bet League One. This is going to be tough. So, of course, I'm just pressing the right trigger here to move us on to the next page. Or, like I say, you can use the pointer, whichever you feel most comfortable doing. So this is a very important message. Basically, this is what the board's requirements are from you. So, as you can see here, they want us to play entertaining football. Okay, then, I mean, that's not going to be very easy, is it? With an 8-point deduction and potential relegation, entertaining football, the two things don't really go hand in hand. However, if we look here, this importance column, it's favoured. So if we don't play entertaining football, well, it's only favoured. It's not going to be that important. Although, if we go a little bit further down, we've got to work within the wage budget, and that is required. So if we don't work within the wage budget, then we are going to come unstuck. And anything that's required that you don't meet those requirements, potentially you could get the sack. So there we got required as well. Grow the club's reputation. Get my teeth in. Grow the club's reputation. So we're just going to scroll down here now, and so the end of this season, the board requirement is to attempt to avoid relegation from Sky Bet League One. So having got relegated from the Championship last season, they want us to attempt to avoid relegation from this league as well. And that is required. So it's only attempt. It's not saying you must. It's only attempt. And it is required. So again, it's another one of those. It's a little bit of a question mark against that. I think if we did get relegated, I wouldn't get sacked, because it's only attempt. If it said you must avoid relegation, required relegation, you would get sacked. Be competitive in the FA Cup. Anybody in the Football Manager community will tell you, all the content creators are all scratching their heads with this one. None of us know what be competitive in the cups means, really. I think it's just do your best. And then the end of next season, they want to work towards becoming an established Sky Bet League One team. And then the season after, again, become established. And the season after that, which is the 26-27 season, they want to record a Sky Bet League One top half finish. So the ambition of the board it's not really matching mine, because by 26-27 I would at least like to be back in the Championship and well, trying to get into the Premier League. So I don't think I don't think the requirements are too bad, but like I say, you do need to be aware of these, and they're very important. Next page along, and Wigan players in the last year of their contract. So this is a case of sitting down with a cup of coffee, go through the squad list, see whose contracts are running out, see whether you want to keep hold of them, maybe give them a contract extension. Sometimes just keep an eye on this recommended action, because sometimes it will say there that they've got a 1-year extension, and you can trigger that at kind of no cost really. So just be aware of that. But obviously we can scroll down this, and some of the recommendations are that, don't give them a new contract. They're not good enough. But you have to make your own mind up on these things, and we'll have a look at the squad very shortly. So far so good. If we go on to this left side here where it says navigation L2, so you can use the pointer or the left trigger, and we get this pop out side panel. And this is a really important bit of the game, because this is where all of your information is. So as you can see here, we've got the home, which is we're on at the moment. We've got the inbox, which shows you all of the messages that are coming in, and there's lots of important information comes through in the inbox. You will get scout reports and all kinds of things come through there. Your squad button, that will show you all of your squad. Loads of information there. We will go through this, like I say, in future videos, but the squad button, so you get contracts, star rating, all kinds of information in there. Dynamics in the console version are quite different to the PC version, but we will be having a look at that. Tactics, we'll have a complete video on tactics, how you set up a tactic, how you know what tactic to use. The data hub, that only comes into effect after about 4 games, I think, because the analysts at the club will have to get some data in before they can start building you some data to look at. The staffing screen, very important again, shows you who your chief scout is, your director of football, all of that kind of thing. Although again, this is one of the things that's very, very slimmed down from the PC version. Again, likewise, training, very important. Quite slimmed down again from the PC version, but the training will show you about your attacking units, your defensive units, what they're doing, when they're doing it, and all of that kind of thing. Schedule is self-explanatory. That shows you your fixture list for the season and all your previous results and all of that kind of thing. Competitions is just about the competitions that you will be entered in this season. So that's going to be the league, Sky Bet League One, FA Cup, Caribou Cup, and the Bristol Street Motors. Recruitment, another very important screen, and this is the one where you can actually bring players in, bring staff members in. So again, we will be going through that. That will be a separate video. Club info, that just tells you all about your club. The club vision, we've already seen that, what the board requirements are, but you can also go in there and, well, if it's the same as the PC version, you can go in and ask for like a new ground or new training facilities, all that kind of thing. And then the finances screen will show you your bank balance, what your transfer budget is, if you've got any left, how much of your wage budget you're using, all of that kind of thing. And the development centre shows you if you've got a decent youth setup, that will show you all of the decent young players that you've got. So at this point in this video now, I am going to go away and look at the squad. I'm going to see where, if we're light anywhere, set a tactic, see if we need any player acquisitions, and we're going to jump straight to the first game of the season. The reason I'm doing it like this is because there's an awful lot of information to impart, and if I made a video from start to the first game, it would be over an hour long, and I know most people's attention spans wouldn't take that. So that's the reason I'm doing it, is so that we can actually have a quick synopsis there of how the game is set up, and we're going to watch a game. and then the next video that comes out probably will be a more of a game setup. Let's have a look at the squad. Let's have a look what kind of tactic we're going to use. Then there will be another one on recruitment and all of that kind of thing. But anyway, we are going to jump now to the first Wigan Sky Bet League One game of the season. So we'll see you shortly. So just a quick look at how we've been doing in the friendly games. Like I say, don't worry if you think you've missed a lot of things here leading up to the beginning of the season, because there are tuition videos coming out to show you all about staffing and recruitment and all of that kind of thing. So, but we're up to the first game of the season now, and as you can see there, it's an away game against Derby. Will be quite a tough one, and then we've got an away game against Blackpool in the Caribou Cup first round. As you can see there, I put quite a few extra friendlies in, so we played 6 pre-season friendlies just for fitness and all of that kind of thing. We had 4 wins, a draw and a loss, so not too bad. However, on to today's game, and this is how we're going to line up. So I've tweaked it slightly. We are still playing a wing play, but we've gone with a 4-1-1-3-1. So we've moved the this DM a little bit further forward. So Smith is going to play that box-to-box role. We just have a look at him. It's his favoured role, box-to-box midfielder. So 22-year-old Matthew Smith, and let's hope he can do the job for us in the midfield. So we've got Tickle in goal. We've got Chambers. He's going to play as the left wing back. He likes to play as a complete wing back. He's on support, so let's see how he does. The 2 central defenders. We've got Watts on the left-hand side. He is left-footed, 6'4", and Hughes is going to play right side of the centre-back pairing, 6'1". He's only 19, this lad, so we'll see how he does. Right wing back, again, prefers to be a complete wing back, Steven Sessegnon. So very fit lad, this one, 16 for natural fitness. We've already seen Smith. Shaw is going to play as that ball-winning midfield player. So marking, tackling's not great, but where I have had a major problem in the transfer window. Nothing's happening at all. We don't have a lot of money. I put 2 offers in for players, very nearly got them. But when it came to the finances, we just couldn't afford them. Left winger is going to be Martial Godot, right-footed, but he does like to play as a winger. Very determined lad. McManaman on the right-hand side, he's going to play as an inside forward, cutting in. He can play all around the front areas. So he's 32, but a very useful player, plenty of experience. And 25-year-old Stephen Humphreys, either-footed. Really valuable that. He can play all around the front. He's going to play as an AM today. It's not his favoured position, but he likes to play as a shadow striker there. And maybe we'll actually make him a shadow striker. And yes, we have gone into his position in there. We are going to make him a shadow striker. And on loan, Charlie Kelman is going to play up front as an advanced forward, 21 years old. We have got the young kid on the bench, though. And that young kid is Josh Stones. Looks a very, very good, good player, this lad. Up and coming, pressing forward. He's only 19, but 17 for aggression, 16 determination, 18 work rate. I think he'll definitely do well for us this season. So like I say, mentality on this wing play, we're going to play with a balanced mentality. Can up that as the game goes on. Team instructions in possession. I've taken a lot of them off. Like I say, I don't really like to play with too many team instructions on, particularly with the lowly teams, because I don't think the players can take too much instruction. But we are going to try passing it a little bit shorter with a standard tempo. In transition, counter press. And when positions being won, we're going to counter. So we're rolling it out to the back line. We're going to try and play out from the back. And out of possession, we're going to play with a high press and a standard line of defence. We're going to step up more, so hopefully try and catch those offsides and squeeze the space a little bit. We are getting stuck in, and we're on a standard trigger press. So let's move into the game and see how we do in this first game against Derby County. And as the players come out on the pitch and we get the game underway, hopefully we can get a positive result out of this game. But it is Derby County with the first highlight. Derby now playing the ball down this right hand side. Adams now being allowed to run. Humphreys does pick that ball up but then gives the ball away. That's hit the post. We get away with one there. Do we get away with it? Only just. Some buffoonery going on there in our defence and I'm not happy about that at all. Chambers now. Come on lads, we need to step this up. Let's start playing like a football team. Shaw back to Watts. Watts now. Can we go right with this ball? There's some space on the right hand side. McManaman. Ball to Humphreys now. Humphreys to Kelman. Kelman sticks the ball in the back of the net and we are 1-0 ahead after 7 minutes. So we've gone from buffoonery in our defence to sticking the ball in the back of the net at the other end. And that was a real change of fortunes in the game. But I did do a little bit of shouting there and said, come on lads, let's sort yourselves out. What are you doing? And we do go 1-0 in the lead. So we've had one shot, one on target, scored the goal, XG of 0.22. Can we see this through to half time? So not an awful lot happening. 32 minutes on the clock now. This is the only the second highlight in the game. Can we do a little bit better in defence this time? Cash in, Elder, ball over the top and it just skims the top of the net and we do get away with another one there. 38 minutes, Sessegnon with a throw. Watts now is going to play this out from the back to Shaw. Shaw now plays the ball over onto this side. Godot, who I'm quite impressed with. Godot down this left hand side now into the penalty area. He's beating all of his players and oh my word, he could have put that in the back of the net. 2-0, probably would have seen this game won, but he makes a hash of that shot. McManaman now. Ball on the line there, puts it inside to Watts. Watts to Hughes. Hughes slides it forward to Smith on a yellow card. We do need to keep an eye on that one. Hughes now out wide. Sessegnon, lovely little ball forward for Humphreys. Slide that across. Kelman is in the back of the net. It's his second goal of the season. 2 goals for Kelman now. The American who we've got on loan, by the way. 41 minutes on the clock just before half time. And what a lovely time to score. And as we all know, the greatest times to score in a football game are just before half time, just after half time, and making it 2-0 there. Kelman with his second goal of the game. 6 shots, 3 on target, and an XG of 1.48. We're going to half time, and I'm a happy bunny. Giving the lads a massive pat on the back there, absolutely delighted. 2-0 away from home at Derby. If we can come away with 3 points out of this game, that would be absolutely amazing. And we've got 2 lads, we've got 4 on green ratings, but Humphreys on an 8.7 and Kelman on an 8.3. We go into the second half. 55 minutes now, first highlight of the second half. Chambers floats that ball in the box. Watts gives it back to McManaman and that's come back off the post. That could have been 3-0 and would definitely have sealed the 3 points. 64 minutes on the clock. Both my wingers looking very, very tired, and at the moment I'm a little bit unsure about what players can play where, and so I've changed the shape a little bit. Stones and McGuinness have come on as 2 like attacking mids. Adiko is coming on in centre midfield just to try and tighten us up a little bit there. But I've got my wing backs on support, so I should have some width there. Let's just see if we can see this game out now for a 2-0. So first highlight after the changes. Ball is hoofed forward there into that winger position where I've just taken somebody off from, and well, there was nobody there. So Derby now are looking a little bit lively here. Ball there is pushed inside the wing back, and that is tapped in. George Nunn, first goal of the season. Offside, anybody? Offside it is! It's offside! It's still 2-0, and those are the kind of decisions we love to see. 81 minutes, I brought a new left wing back on just to, freshen it up, and I am just going to drop the tempo. we're going to go time wasting in this game now, and I think we will go to a cautious mentality. Yes, we're on a cautious mentality. Let's see if we can see this game out now, and let's push on. About 10 minutes of the game left now, but this would be an absolutely brilliant result if we can hang on to this. 2-0 away at Derby. Surely, even if Derby get a goal now, surely we can hang on to this. Can somebody get a foot on the ball there? Anybody get a tackle in? Ball's chipped forward. Weston's going to slide this across, and a great saving. Well, it's not. Was a tackle? Was it a tackle? It was Tickle tackling. Tickle tackling? I don't know, but the goalkeeper did some amazing work there, and I think he saved that with his feet. And again, Tickle there, tackling that high ball. Tickle tackling the high balls. Picks the ball out of the... I'll stop it in a minute, honestly I will. I'll stop it in a minute. Okay, what's Tickle going to... Is he going to go long? Yes, he's going to have to go long. Very high press from Derby. And the ball is there, picked up by Deco, the new midfielder that we brought on. Fresh legs. Sessegnon, we don't need to do anything spectacular now, lads. Deco, that's the right ball. Played it back to Tickle, and Tickle now he's going to play this ball to Hughes. He does go long again. Can somebody get a foot on that? Kelman actually brings that ball down so well and fires a shot just over the bar. 5 minutes of time added on, and I'm sure we are going to hold on now. And the final whistle goes. First game in Sky Bet League One, and we do get the 3 points, although we have had 8 points deducted. So, well, we're down to 5 points deducted now. It's going to be a long, hard season. And yes, we're going to say to the lads, we're absolutely delighted. Positive reaction there. That is absolutely amazing. And the league table doesn't make a pleasant reading. We're bottom, minus 5 points. Reading also have been deducted points as well this season. They've got punishment, so they're minus 4 points. But we do have a lot of work to do, and that was a very, very important result. And believe me, we're going to need a lot more results like that this season to keep clear of the relegation area. That's all I'm planning this season. Keep clear of the relegation area. Come the summer, quite a few of my players are going to be out of contract. We'll get a little bit of wage budget back, and then we'll be able to move forward a little bit. I'll be able to bring some players in who are going to play my style, play my formation, know the tactic inside out, and hopefully then we can move forward. Next season, we won't have that points deduction, and maybe then we can start pushing up towards those playoff positions and maybe get into Sky Bet Championship. Do we think it's possible? At this moment in time, we've got minus 5 points. So, well, it's not looking great, is it? Stick with it. I'm definitely going to stick with it. We'll see you next time.